One of the most special things we have in the game is the dynamic water system. It might sound maybe a bit odd, but this is something that nobody has attempted to make in a city builder.
Because what we have done is actually that we have simulated the water. It actually has a mass and a direction. So if you have a river going through your map, you really do want to choose carefully where you place your water services because all the pollution will go downstream.
Failing to utilize the dams properly, you will basically end up flooding your city.
It's maybe a bit overdone for this size of game, but it really brings something new to the gameplay.
So one of the things we wanted to create in this game is this sort of natural feel, how cities grow and evolve, and especially how areas might grow richer or poorer depending on the way the city fares.
Our zoning is made so that you could actually simulate quite a realistic city with it. Basic zoning works so that you want residential zone so you can have workers in the city. They want to go shopping. So then you want to have your commercial zone too. And with that you need the workplaces. So then you will choose industrial or then office zone. And you also have matching zones for making these kind of outer city areas, but also for the inner city, so you can kind of simulate realistic cities with the zones. Since we have quite a large map size, you can have really huge cities, up to 1 million people living in one city. This meant also that we needed a system to help the player actually navigate the city and kind of separate different areas. So that's what we made the district tool for. So what you basically can do is paint areas in the city and give them different names and have different rules applied to each of them.
So one of the questions you sort of naturally comes into when you create a game like this is actually a bit of politics, because there's a different views of what really makes a working society or not. We try to lead that a bit up to the player, and many choices might have quite drastic effects in real life will have just flavor effects in cities. But a few things need to work. You need electricity, you need water, you need working infrastructure, and you need somewhere to live at the end of the day.
All city builders have some sort of an economy simulation, and ours does too. The basic cycle is so that people get wages and the factories make stuff and shops sell stuff, and all of them pay some kind of a tax. So if you really want to make money, you want to produce everything in the city and have all the people, of course, working, so they will pay lots of tax. If you notice that you are going into negative numbers for your weekly income, what you do is raise the taxes. And that usually works if your citizens are happy enough. So if they're unhappy, if they don't have services, they're not willing to pay as much.
So my dream city is really not maybe the most beautiful city out there, because I really just like crunching numbers. You really have to have the proper services there. And as a mayor, just like, you know, my profession as a CEO, kind of forces me to try and make the most money in the game as possible. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Citizens behave. It is really just trying to bring as much realism as possible, but making it more fun than it actually is in real life.
Maybe this sounds kind of weird, but